Well, good morning, Delphus Trinity and our surrounding community. It is Wednesday, August 28th, 2024. Again, this week I'm coming to you on Wednesday instead of Tuesday for whatever reason. I just didn't get it done yesterday, but wanted to update you on all that's going on. Just came from the radio station here in town, 107.1, and meeting with Bob Ohm over there and recording something that will be up tomorrow on the radio, talking about our Trinity Scuba Kids program, our after school program in this upcoming year that we're going to have. And church family, I want to make sure that we continue to emphasize these things and talk about these things. And we could still use some teachers and some people to walk the kids over after school to be part of this program. It's that great program. I described it to Bob this morning as it's like VBS throughout the school year. You know, you have VBS meets every day for 4 or 5 days during the week in the summer, but this is 22 weeks of VBS every Friday after school for kindergarten through fifth grade. It's an incredible opportunity to do things in our community, to get to know people, to engage with our community, and at the same time share the truth about how God loves these children. And so we're excited about that. We've got great leadership on that in church family. There's always ways for you to be involved. So, and speaking of being involved, we talked about this last Sunday. We talked about generosity and integrity. And as I mentioned going into it, when you actually preach through the Bible and you don't try to put your agenda on the Bible, but you let the Bible dictate what your life is going to be, what your agendas are going to be, when we actually learn from the scriptures. Sometimes going through scriptures, it's hard. And last Sunday's lessons were a little bit hard. They didn't just make you feel good, but they did make you think. I had somebody say to me afterwards, said, you kind of stepped on toes a little bit, and it's not me stepping on toes. If you got an argument with what the book says, then your argument's with the book and with the author of the book, and I'm not having that argument with that author. But this person also said to me, but you did it in a way that made me smile and reflect and made me think about where life is. And we are called to be a generous people. And that is generous not just with our financial resources, but that is generous with our time and with the way we treat other people. And a big part of what we want to do going forward, whether it be helping with a Scuba Friday program or a Sunday morning children's ministry, is to be generous in our time. In fact, one of the things, I was meeting with one of my ministry leaders this week, and one of the things we were talking about is the people that we have that are in homes that cannot be connected, cannot be in church services, that they're in care units and stuff that we are trying to go visit every month and spend time with. And we really are looking for people who'd be willing to adopt one person, one home, and go once a month and just spend time with somebody and keep us connected with what is going on there. I'm talking with another ministry leader about something else that's very important, and that is the incredible stories we all have. I get the great blessing of standing up every week and sharing stories from my life. And if you look at our YouTube page, our YouTube channel, you'll see that there's a new section there called Reflections, and this is for telling people stories about life, story about how God is doing things. And if God has done something special in your life, or if you have seen God moving, or if you've had a unique blessing, we want to hear and know those stories, and when applicable, incorporate those stories into our worship experience, because I think we gain so much. And so if there's something going on, share that story with me, or even more so, share it with our lay leader, Lyndall Spears, and let him know what's going on so we can look at ways to share the stories of God's great blessings in life. I think that's the things I really wanted to cover today as we talked about updates and things that are going on. Obviously, we have church services again this coming Sunday. Hopefully, we'll be live. If you were watching last week, you noticed we lost one of our cameras. It's actually a connection issue, and we should have that back up this Sunday. But at least we're live for those of you who are outside that 100-mile radius and can't get to church on Sunday mornings. But for the rest of you, we really want you to be here to worship together. In fact, this coming Sunday, we're going to partake and celebrate communion together, one of the great sacraments of the church that Christ instituted all those years ago, that we are going to come and we are going to partake and we are going to remember what God has done for us, the salvation he's brought for us, and the joy of living he has given us. And so I look forward to seeing you Sunday. You have a blessed and wonderful week, and we'll talk to you soon.